Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hey, this
We're
is 1-2. Oh, well, you know what? It's 1-2.
Comic Talk.
And
we're excited to see you guys. That's what it is.
Because it's been a very, very long time.
It's been a bit. We missed you guys. We missed talking to you guys.
Homework and school is hitting me harder than I ever believed it would have.
Work also, only because I have to go to work.
And I think it's both hitting us harder than either of us kind of expected.
Well, also, we had that whole time change. That doesn't do good for me. Yeah. Okay, hey. So, there's a lot to talk about. There's been a lot that's been out. We have not actually got to go over our script, so we're holding it and we're using it as a reference. But we're going to fumble through this with great joy. We picked up all kinds of stuff at the LA Comic Con, so I'd like to kind of talk about some of that stuff real quick.
Well, the LA Comic Con and just the fact that it's been, 3 weeks, and there's been a lot of stuff released over that time, and we've picked that stuff up.
Anime, games, movie announcements, stuff on HBO with the 2 launches of 2 Green Lantern inspired stuff. There's been so much going on in the past 3 weeks. It's crazy.
I've ended up doing more stuff than I can even remember at this time. To give a brief thing on anime, I finished Demon Slayer, watched that within 3 days, which is impressive because that's a 25 episode anime,
crazy.
Which means 25 minutes per episode.
And so tell the community who that is again?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
A lot of you may know it by its Japanese name, Kimetsu no Yaiba, because everyone calls it that.
Yeah, of course I do. Oh, hey, please like, subscribe, throw us a comment. We miss you guys. We appreciate the new subscribers. Big shout out to you guys, Perry, and all the other guys that have subscribed to us in the past 3 weeks. Thank you very much.
So yeah, Demon Slayer was really good. Again, we have to kind of get through this because there's so much to talk about.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Demon Slayer was really good. It definitely feels like there should be a follow-up, even though there probably isn't going to be a second season. But I enjoyed it for what it was.
And also in the vein of film and photography, the drop of the clip for Bloodshot came out. I know everybody's thrilled about that. I've been talking about that for a few episodes. I'm freaking out about this thing. I've actually watched that clip a few times now. I'm sorry. I watched that clip over a dozen times.
Hold on. I gotta commit some ritual. And we're back. Okay, so I got my iPad and I just I ended up finding.
Was that unsacred?
Huh?
That picture.
What?
Oh, never mind.
No.
Mirko's coming out with a book.
Oh, that's what we have to talk about. I almost didn't talk about it.
Unsacred, and it was from Unfaithful. I know, like we said, there's so much content to talk about. Go ahead.
I just quickly want to say I came back from LA Comic Con with I ended up reading all of Lore Olympus in one night right before I went to Comic Con, staying up till 4 a.m. to do so. And I'm kind of hooked on it.
We binge. When we get books, we binge them.
I'm going to teleport again. Oh, okay, I'm back. I'm going to let you talk about what you want to talk about first.
No, go ahead, show that. I want to see this.
Alright, quickly.
You waited like over 2.5 hours.
So, it was a really funny series of events. So, first day, I found out about the artist, Lore Olympus, Rachel Smith, and I had a lot of fun reading it in that one night, even though it was crammed. I still read it, and I loved it. I'm kind of hooked on the series, waiting for every Saturday for it to release. And second day, Saturday is the busiest day, and I didn't know I was supposed to get in line 3 hours prior.
Yeah.
So I didn't go get to see it. But the next day, on Sunday, I ended up arriving, and the first thing I did was get in line, and that was a good choice because 2 minutes after I did so, the line was full.
Yeah, not only that, they ended up cutting it earlier.
I got a poster with a signing, and oh my god, I'm so unbelievably happy. You guys should really check out Rachel Smith, Lore Olympus. An amazing read, a really amazing read, a good take on, I think it's Greek mythology. I could be totally wrong. Don't hurt me if I'm wrong. Well, let's just talk about Joker Killer Smile, like really quick. Just to pop one on my head, we're just gonna pick them like that. So Joker Killer Smile, you got to read it, right?
I did not, but because of how enthused you were about it, when I ended up picking another copy up, because I like to have two. One to keep in pristine condition.
You'll have to read it after
and
this.
then, yeah, I'll end up reading it. But I end up reading, and what I want to talk about is some of the stuff that we got from LA Comic Con.
You want to talk about that first?
Well, only because we have some of the books behind us. Like, if you see over my shoulder, you'll see Grace. Grace is by, I'm going to ruin this a little bit. I am going to do a little spoil, but it's actually part of the whole core of the story. By page 2, Grace is killed. All right, and she has to make a deal to keep herself alive. Which we've all kind of heard this tale before, but she has no supernatural powers. She's not superhuman. She's not super fast. None of this. So what it does is starts bringing in more of the lemmas and stuff like that, which is a killer book.
So how many issues have you read?
All of them at this point, which is all 7. Like you, I'm a binge guy, so I end up by book 3, I end up slowing down on purpose. Knowing that I knew I was getting almost halfway through, so it's much like Kanto when we got up to Kanto to slightly change.
Because there was a lot you missed, like that black text.
Also, I end up reading it all over again.
Which, as you know, we've already talked about Kanto 5, or I think we have.
Yeah.
It's been very long, okay. But the reason well, not just that.
Well,
Kanto's reaching its final issue, and we're hyping that up. We're excited. We're chomping on the bit for that.
They end up pushing it back one more week, so it's going to be released on the 20th. There's an early release in San Diego, and David Boer is going to end up doing some signings there. I decided not to go, knowing that he's going to be at our local LSC, and I want to not only honor them, but it's the fact that we actually told him to please come. Oh, we not told. We asked, please, if you could, we'd love to see you there. And it just so happened to be kind of serendipitous. And what I mean by that is, you and I were there at Golden Apple in LA for his signing of the release of his first issue.
We were there since the beginning.
Correct. Now he's going to be at our local LS. He's going to be at. Tell the community.
I don't Comic Bug?
Yes.
Oh.
He's going to be at the Comic Bug on the 20th.
See, I didn't even know that.
And he's going to be doing signings. Please check out Comic Bug here.
Yeah, be there. Be there for that.
And it's his last issue, which is issue number 6. So there's this kind of commencement. You know, this beginning thing, because he's going to be doing this. When we talked to him, he says this was it. This is the story. And like I even told or kind of insinuated with Frank Gogol, and I've insinuated with other people that that's what you say. You say it's going to end here, but no. It can't. It's just these stories are just too great.
Some writers get addicted to the fact that they love their own stories.
Well,
and they love developing them.
I think we as a community love reading them so much that I think these writers feel a little kind of obligated to keep writing, because we keep clamoring for more, and they keep saying, you know what, if they're asking for it, maybe I can. You know, these people are great writers.
They probably love the people too.
Let's move on. We got so much content here.
Yeah,
we got
speed it through it. Surfer Black, let's talk about that. Hey, new challenge, Surfer Black in 30 seconds. Starting. I'm gonna wait for the 25. No, Surfer Black in 30 seconds. Go.
You go.
Okay, so Surfer Black was really good. Again, a lot of cryptic. I don't think I've talked about it, but Surfer Black came out like pretty recently. Surfer Black 5. This is the final one. A lot happened. A lot happened with Null. So much happened, and he's all like black now. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but Surfer Black 5 was crazy. If you've been sticking for the entire series, you are going to love this issue. It's a good send-off, and that was Surfer Black 5 in 30 seconds. This is what I
recommend. If you haven't got the first few issues, don't even try. This is what I recommend. Get the trade. The trade's coming out pretty soon. Go ahead and grab that. It'll just go ahead and cover everything. This is what basically is going on. We discover. I'm not going to give you the whole length of the story, but basically we discover, which is the biggest story of all, Surfer essentially started the whole Marvel universe.
Huh?
Well, think about it. He knows that he's losing against Null. He ends up doing one last thing. He's essentially dying. He plants his own seeds into this barren, lost type world, and he says Zen Law in his dying words. He goes away. He's basically kind of reincarnated just through the whole birthing of this universe that essentially was nothingness. We learned in those last few pages of Surfer that he started the whole Marvel universe. Why people ain't talking about this, I don't know. I mean, I hear it here and there, and people, there's Comic Tom, there's other people that I've talked, you know, or made mention of people talking about this. I just don't know why the community ain't freaking out. I know that when Kate starts writing the story and he starts piecing all this stuff together, I think there's going to be a big epiphany in the community, and that they're going to realize, oh wow, it all kind of starts with the Surfer Black thing.
Yeah.
Well, moving on from there, we have Red Goblin, Red Death. The reason why I want to bring that up is in that we end up going over stuff that we already knew, but we end up also seeing a birthing, in a sense, of a whole new possible symbiote coming that it's going to be entering this world. I should say symbiote host. And by the looks of it, it looks like someone really powerful. I look forward to that. Look forward to this whole Thor and coming up next year, but I'm going to get into all that type of stuff in a bit. Let's get to Pretty Violent. What do you think of that issue 3?
What you've come to know and love with Pretty Violent stays present.
Ain't that the truth?
And the writing's cute, and the art's great. I just love it. I just love it. Honestly, it's one of those things that you can't be like super hyped on it. You can't be chill about it. It's something you just are like there, and you're like, yeah. It's cool. You're just chill about it.
You feel bad for it, but you enjoy the ride at the same time. You know, it's a great. I'm digging it. As long as he keeps pumping out the good stories, I'm gonna keep buying 2 issues.
Wish Gamma Ray the best. Hey, I just wanted to quickly throw a shout out in the middle of our video to Jeffrey's Comics. You awesome people supplied us with enough comics to hand out during Halloween. And the kids
I counted,
loved it.
there were over 50 comics that we handed out and just from Jeffries alone. I ended up buying a stack from, help me out, yes, the Golden Apple release of Blastosaurus.
It's these little Blastosaurus mini comics.
And I ended up, so that was over, basically it was nearly 100 comic books that we ended up handing out to the community and then telling them to go visit our LCSs. So, you know what, you can't start them too young, can you?
You really can't. Never too young, never too old.
That's true.
Some people get confused on that one. So yeah, we ended up, like I just quickly want to say, again, thank you to Jeffrey's Comics. We totally weren't expecting for them to just
also
sleeve all those comics.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, the Comic Bug hooked us up. They gave us some freebies. Also over at
Comic Bug.
Well, also I went to
Comic
Vault.
Oh.
And Comic Cult, yes. And
a lot of comic book shops participated.
Big
in the
shout out to
Comic Fest.
Mega City 1. You guys hooked me up. I got me a signed Red Goblin, Red Death. Golden Apple, as always. You know, you guys are awesomest. So you guys handed out all kinds and had a big old festive event that Christy Shin was there. David Pepos, which also Going to the Chapel is coming out tomorrow. That's the 6th of November. That's part 3. That story's crazy. You want a killer story, something Tarantino-ish, you gotta be doing Going to the Chapel. It's on his 3rd issue. I know you can find him. Just hit your local LCS and I'm sure they can order that for you. I want to go over a few books that I've been reading. As I told you, I went through Grace 1 through 7. I've been doing Usagi Yojimbo since the beginning, since Stan Sakai came back to do stuff on IDW. I've been doing Black Cat since the beginning. We've been doing Silver Surfer, and we just finished up. I'm doing all the Carnage titles, and you can see that basically Carnage is at 4
this
right now.
It's massive.
It's just finishing up, and it's a killer story. I know that all this, people are complaining that they're not making money on the spec market. What people don't really realize is this is a big foundation to a big story that's coming up for the next probably decade. People, be patient. Why? Because you're going to get some great storytelling from Donny Cates. He's just hot right now, but he's setting the foundations for something that's going to last a long time. Enjoy the ride. Also, doing all the Venom stuff, obviously Cates. The Amazing Spider-Man, Luna Snow, White Fox, that goes to even the I.O. That's coming out tomorrow. Those are all first fight stuff. That's all with all that new Arrow. If you guys been reading that, you know that this is all new generation stuff, and it's fun. Again, Ghost Spider. Again, they're going to the chapel. We've been doing Pretty Violent, and we're gonna keep doing that. That's funner than heck. I did a bunch of pre-orderings. The incoming looks awesome. I believe that is all tying to the 1000 of the Marvel stuff, and that looks fun with that new character coming out with the mask. Venom 21, Unsacred, that's Merker's stuff. This is her first like real thing that I believe that she has a good amount of control over. So again, it's Unsacred. She's the one that did that all that Unfaithful stuff. Gotta check it out. I believe that releases on the 13th. Project Christmas, you want a little surprise? Spend $2 and figure out what you're gonna get. I recommend trying something new. If you're a Power Rangers fan or a TMT fan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are jumping in with a one-shot. I believe it's just a one-shot with the Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That should be cool.
Hang on, I gotta work my magic. Bam! Go and end it.
Why?
It's gonna cut itself out.
No, that's all right. I'm ending it right now. So hey, ready? 3, 2, 1. So hey, I just want to say, these are all things that I end up pre-ordering, and we're gonna end up be talking about in the future. And I just wanted you to know. So basically, from us at 1-2
Comic Talk.
We miss you, and we're glad to be back.
And I just wanted to quickly throw this in because I figured this would be a good time to. I read Dead End Kids, and it's a very worthwhile read. In 3 books, you covered one of the greatest stories I've ever read.
Yeah, Frank Gogol, you're the man. Hey, again, from 1-2.
I'll see you guys later.
Comic Talk.
We'll see you guys later. 1-2 Comic Talk. Aw. Well,
we out.
We missed it. We're tired. We're gonna go to bed now. This has been 1-2
Comic Talk.
We did it that time.
We did.